We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Now imagine applying that wisdom to your relationships. What if most of your pain in love isn't caused by others, but by your expectations of them? Today, we dive into 6 timeless Stoic quotes that will transform how you see connection, love, and letting go. In a world where emotions often cloud judgment and relationships can feel overwhelming, Stoic philosophy offers a rare kind of clarity. It teaches us to respond with reason, not react with impulse, to focus on what we can control and release what we cannot. And when it comes to relationships, whether romantic, familial, or friendships, this mindset is life-changing. The Stoics weren't cold or disconnected. They simply believed that true strength in love comes from understanding ourselves first. So in this video, we'll explore 6 essential Stoic quotes that hold the power to reshape how you approach love, heartbreak, boundaries, and connection. Each one is a mirror, helping you see your relationships more clearly and yourself more deeply. Let's face it, relationships are hard. We miscommunicate, we overthink, we expect too much, too soon. Sometimes we lose ourselves trying to please others. Other times, we push people away because we haven't learned how to sit with our own discomfort. Emotional turbulence, jealousy, insecurity, silence, resentment. These are not just relationship problems. They're reflections of the battles within us. That's why Stoicism is so powerful. It doesn't give us fluffy advice. It gives us tools. Tools to stay calm when others are losing control. Tools to speak with clarity instead of reacting in anger. Tools to love deeply without becoming dependent. So if you've ever felt misunderstood, overwhelmed, or emotionally stuck in a relationship, these next 6 Stoic quotes might just be what you need. 1. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Most of the pain we feel in relationships doesn't come from what actually happens. It comes from what we think might happen. Maybe your partner seems distant, and suddenly your mind goes into overdrive. You imagine rejection, betrayal, or abandonment. But in reality, they might just be tired. Here's the move. When your thoughts start spinning, pause and ask yourself, what do I actually know right now? Don't react to stories your mind is making up. Respond to what's real. 2. How much more harmful are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? Marcus Aurelius. What makes us angry usually passes, but how we react, that can leave scars. One sharp word during an argument can turn a small issue into a lasting wound. And the worst part? The anger fades, but the damage doesn't. Here's the move. When emotions rise, take a breath. You don't have to respond right away. The pause can save the relationship. 3. He who angers you conquers you. Stoic-minded quote often used. When someone gets under your skin, they win. They control your peace, your focus, your energy. Your ex moves on and you get angry. But your anger keeps them in your head long after they're gone. Here's the move. Protect your peace. Let them act how they want. You choose how to respond. Your power comes from not being easily moved. 4. Don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Epictetus. It's easy to talk about your values, much harder to live them, especially in relationships. You can say, I care, or I've changed. But if your actions don't reflect that, your words don't matter. Here's the move. Let your behavior speak louder than your promises. Show up consistently. Stay kind when it's hard. Live your values. Don't just talk about them. 5. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Epictetus. Growth is messy. Sometimes you'll look weak, awkward, even a little foolish. Being honest about your feelings, owning your mistakes, saying, I don't know. That takes strength most people run from. Here's the move. Be willing to look imperfect if it means becoming better. Say sorry. Be vulnerable. That's where real connection begins. 6. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Marcus Aurelius. When someone hurts us, our first instinct is to hit back. They ghosted you? You ignore them. They lied? You get even. But now you're becoming the thing that hurt you. Here's the move. Don't stoop to their level. Walk away with grace, not resentment. Not because they deserve peace, but because you do. There's one quote that rises above the rest, one that captures the heart of Stoic wisdom in relationships and in life. There's one quote that rises above the rest, one that captures the heart of Stoic wisdom in relationships and in life. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. We can't control how others feel. We can't force someone to love us, stay with us, or treat us the way we want. But we can control how we show up, how we love without losing ourselves, how we let go without becoming bitter, how we protect our peace, even when everything around us is chaos. This is the essence of Stoicism, the strength to hold space for others without losing who you are. So ask yourself, where am I trying to control what I can't? And what would change if I focused on mastering my own mind instead? Let's recap the 6 Stoic truths we explored today. Each one a guide for building stronger, calmer, and more conscious relationships. 1. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Reminds us not to get lost in assumptions. Stay present. 2. The consequences of anger are more harmful than its causes. Tells us to pause before we speak. Reacting with calm is power. 3. He who angers you conquers you. Teaches us to protect our peace and not give others control over our emotions. 4th, don't explain your philosophy. Embody it. Challenges us to live our values, not just talk about them. 5. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish. Encourages us to embrace vulnerability and growth, even when it's uncomfortable. 6. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. Reminds us to let go with grace, not bitterness. And at the heart of it all, you have power over your mind, not outside events. That's what Stoicism is really about. Not shutting down your emotions, but mastering your response to them. Not controlling others, but choosing how you show up again and again. In a world of chaos and conflict, this mindset isn't just helpful, it's essential. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these Stoic quotes spoke to you the most? Drop it in the comments, and let's talk about how it's showing up in your life right now. And if you're ready to go even deeper, don't miss my next video. Why being too nice will destroy you. A Stoic perspective. It's all about how people-pleasing can quietly ruin your self-worth, and how Stoicism helps you set boundaries without guilt. You've learned how to master your relationships. Now it's time to master your self-respect.